For decades, Earth was peaceful. No wars, no global fear, no unknown threats. Humanity had reached its peak. Cities thrived under golden skies, and the world finally felt stable. From space, Earth looked perfect, a glowing sphere of civilization. No warnings, no anomalies, just order. But beneath that order, something was waiting, at the edge of the world, Antarctica. A research station stood in silence among endless ice. Scientists studied deep underground seismic activity. Something unusual had been detected far below the frozen surface, a cavity that should not exist. Beneath miles of ice, something ancient was hidden. The scanners picked up irregular structures, not natural, not geological. Something was built or buried. Then the alarms triggered, red lights filled the control room. Seismic activity spiked beyond measurement. The ice was moving, but not from above. From below, the ground shook violently. Cracks spread across the Antarctic ice. Entire sections began collapsing. The stability of thousands of years was breaking in seconds. Massive ice shelves tore apart. Frozen mountains collapsed into the sea. Scientists ran for safety, but the entire continent was changing shape. As the ice fractured, a hidden world was revealed. A massive underground chamber, deep, dark, ancient, and unnatural. Something moved beneath the ice wall, slow, deliberate, alive. The scientists froze in place. They were not alone. The ice exploded outward. Something was forcing its way through. A claw shattered the frozen barrier, and the world below started to wake up. It emerged, a creature that should not exist. Flesh twisted by ancient evolution, eyes burning with unnatural awareness. It was not human, but it once was something close. Panic erupted inside the station. Scientists ran in every direction. Warnings screamed through the halls, but escape routes were already failing. Then another appeared, and another. They moved together. Coordinated hunting. Like they remembered how humans moved. Security systems activated, doors slammed shut, but metal meant nothing. The creatures pushed through everything. The screams stopped quickly, one by one. The station went silent. What was once a research station became a tomb. One scientist remained alive. Barely, he ran through collapsing corridors, holding the only hope left. A transmission device. He reached the emergency console. His hands were shaking violently. The signal must be sent. He spoke into the transmitter, his voice breaking. They are not animals. They are. The transmission cut across the world. Millions watched in real time. News channels froze. Social media exploded. The nightmare was no longer contained. The creatures moved as one, across Antarctica, toward the ocean. As if they already knew where they were going. Without hesitation, they entered the freezing water and adapted instantly. Their bodies shifted, evolved, becoming something even more dangerous. Deep beneath the ocean's surface, they changed again. Faster, stronger, silent. The ocean was not a barrier, it was a highway. Naval forces were deployed immediately. Warships moved into position. Submarines activated sonar tracking, but they were already too late. Coastal cities were placed under emergency lockdown. Sirens echoed across harbors. Evacuations began far from the chaos in a quiet city apartment. A young man named Tim sat on his balcony, eating ramen, watching the sunset, unaware that the world had already begun to end. His phone lit up, breaking news, Antarctica incident footage. He frowned. Something was wrong. On the screen, the creatures were swimming. Across oceans, moving toward land, toward civilization. Toward him, Tim slowly stood up, his ramen nearly forgotten. His expression changed from calm to disbelief. Outside his balcony, the sky flickered. Reality itself seemed unstable, as if something had begun rewriting the world. Then it appeared, a floating interface. Only he could see it. The message displayed clearly, bunker creation system activated. Tim blinked. What structures appeared in the air? Underground bunkers, shield systems, fortress layouts. This was not imagination. This was instruction. A warning appeared. Extinction. Class threat. Far out in the ocean, something massive moved beneath the surface. unstoppable, unseen, approaching land. The city remained quiet, lights glowing, people unaware. A calm that would not last long. The ocean rose unnaturally. Waves shifted in impossible patterns. Something was arriving. Tim stood at his balcony edge, the system glowing beside him, the world collapsing in the distance. He made his decision. Cars moved through the streets. Apartment lights illuminated the skyline. People laughed. Restaurants remained open for a moment. Everything looked normal, but normal was already dead. The system floated before him, waiting. Build first bunker, yes or no? Tim did not hesitate. He pressed, yes. The floor beneath his feet vibrated. At first, Tim thought it was another earthquake. Then glowing blue lines spread across his apartment. Walls scanned themselves. Furniture dissolved into particles. His entire apartment became a giant blueprint. Tim jumped backward. Okay, definitely not a dream. The system projected a three-dimensional map beneath the building. Tim's eyes widened. Beneath the city, hundreds of meters underground, a massive empty cavern already existed, as if the system had been waiting. Preparing planning, long before humanity knew danger was coming. A sphere of blue energy appeared beneath the apartment. The system called it Bunker Core Level 1. This core would become the heart of everything. Power, construction, defense, survival. Lose the core. Lose everything. The ground opened silently. Metal platforms emerged. Elevators formed from glowing light. Tim watched as an underground chamber was carved from solid stone. Not by machines, not by workers. By the system itself. Every second, the bunker grew. Meanwhile, the world was panicking. Every news channel carried the same footage. The creatures had crossed far more distance than predicted. Military analysts could not explain it. Scientists could not explain it. Governments could not explain it. The creatures were moving too fast, deep beneath the waves. Thousands of dark shapes moved together. Not randomly, not instinctively, purposefully, like an army. Like they were following a signal, like something was guiding them. Satellite footage captured something terrifying. The creatures were changing, growing larger, growing faster. Every time they fed, they evolved. Humanity was not fighting animals. Humanity was fighting a species improving in real time. Back underground, Tim stepped into his completed bunker. The room was enormous. Bright white lighting illuminated polished metal walls. Air filtration systems hummed softly. Water systems operated perfectly. Food storage appeared automatically. For the first time, Tim felt safe. A new notification appeared. Universal alloy unlocked. Strongest known material. Earth technology cannot replicate. Tim blinked. The system continued can be used for shields walls, weapons fortifications. Tim smiled. Now things were getting interesting. Tim immediately began construction shield generators, sensor arrays, defensive systems. The bunker expanded room by room. As Tim stood before the command screen, a new notification appeared. One unlike anything he had seen before. Global Survival Protocol. Phase 2 activated. Tim frowned. The screen expanded. Millions of lines of data flooded across the display. Then a number appeared. 1 million selected survivors identified. His eyes widened. 1 million. The system continued. Specialized personnel recruitment in progress. Engineers, doctors, scientists, farmers, teachers, architects, ecologists, mechanics leaders. Tim slowly realized what the system was doing. It was not trying to save individuals. It was trying to save civilization across the world. 1 million people received the same message. Some were hiding in apartments. Some were trapped in military bases. Some were stranded on ships. Some were deep underground. All of them stopped what they were doing as the notification appeared before their eyes. Survival Protocol, active report to designated bunker. Humanity, reconstruction. Initiative has begun. Many thought it was a joke. Others thought they had gone insane. But the system showed proof. Live satellite feeds, migration routes, future predictions, and the inevitable outcome. Human extinction. Unless they acted within hours, the selected survivors began moving. Military convoys escorted them. Private aircraft transported them. Underground rail systems reopened. Autonomous vehicles appeared where needed. The system guided every route, every destination, every survivor. All roads led to Tim's bunker,